If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Now Trending, sponsored by Culver's. Find a Culver's location near you at acetj.com/Culver's. Butter burgers, frozen custard, always fresh. So delicious. acetj.com/Culver's. I love the story that's out that Joe Biden is desperate to get Taylor Swift's endorsement this year.
I saw that.
They said his cabinet has even floated the idea of him going to an Eras Tour stop, showing up at the concert. And it's pretty much a given. She came out for Joe Biden in 2020. But he needs a little bit of boost. I mean, people are looking at him like he's dying on camera. So a Taylor Swift endorsement would probably be a big business move.
Yeah, which is sad. Yeah. It's absolutely heart-wrenching.
Well, the other rumor is that he's in until May, and that in May he's going to have some type of health situation, and he'll drop out, and Michelle Obama's going to step in.
Oh, that would be wild TV to watch.
I've been saying that for 2 years now, that Michelle Obama was going to end up. Because the Democrat convention doesn't really, like their primaries and their convention and stuff like that, doesn't really follow any laws that they could, rules. They could just decide at the convention, no matter who's been nominated, whether they could switch that and pick somebody out of the crowd and go, all right, this is our nominee now. Even if they've had to run in a primary and they win all the primary votes, they could switch it out anytime they want, like American Idol.
Yeah.
The producers can make decisions and override the audience and stuff.
Yeah. Well, if you want to rub elbows with Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl, it's going to cost you $9,800 is the average price of the Super Bowl ticket. The lowest, the least expensive.
That's the face value of the ticket, right?
Correct.
Okay.
The cheapest ticket you can get right now available, $8,188. So this is 70% more expensive than last year's Super Bowl. So if maybe this is not the year, in case you were wanting to splurge and attend a Super Bowl, maybe wait, because the 2021 and 2022 were not as expensive as the 2020 and now 2024 are. So
I can't give you and I've talked about this every year since it happened, because I think it's fascinating how it works. If you are interested in going, I have a friend who went to the Super Bowl one year in Miami and was tipped off to do this. StubHub had set up a huge tent just outside of the stadium. You go in, and they have these kiosks everywhere, and you grab one and wait. The moment the game kicks off, ticket prices drop dramatically.
Really?
And he said he waited, kickoff, got a ticket, saved himself a couple $1,000s, and because you got the ticket and go in, by the time you have security and all that, but because the first thing they do is a long commercial break, he missed one possession because they have a kickoff, long commercial break. Then there was the first possession in the game. Then there's the second commercial break is just as long as the first. So it's like 10 minutes or so of commercials in the first few minutes of the game. And he got in, he said all he missed was like 4 or 5 minutes of game time.
that's insane.
Yeah.
Do it on the budget, on the low. Always looking for a deal. Gotta love that. So Reba's going to be doing the national anthem. We've talked about that. And good news for Reba, that she pitched a show to NBC and they picked it up. Reba is going to inherit her father's restaurant, and then she's surprised to find out that her business partner is a half sister that she never knew she had. Pitched it to NBC, they picked it up. So Reba's killing it right now.
Nice. Well, for her.
She's kind of had like that resurgence, like Dolly Parton has had, and who's the other woman?
Oh, you better be careful what you're saying there, Mr. Riggins.
What do you mean?
To say she had a resurgence means that she fell out of people's hearts, and that ain't true at all. Reba McEntire ain't never not been super famous and on the scene. I'm going to tell you that right now.
She's never had to resurge. She's been surging the whole time.
Lord God, he knows not of what he speaks. Lord, he don't know. He just don't know.
Reba. That is absolutely true. I don't know much about Reba.
But she...
but as like an older woman, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, she's had like this new popularity.
Oh, God, you don't want to watch a woman grow old, do you, Riggins? Oh, God, what a like, double triggers.
Our friend Cubby. Okay, let me say this. Cubby's very excited. I know that for sure. I can't say anything wrong about
Her
that.
sitcom that she had on ABC was very successful. It was on for a long time.
Yeah,
I used to watch
It
it.
ran for years.
Yeah.
Good theme song on that one.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that, Rob.
Were you?
No.
Okay.
No, it was though. It's good. I remember. It was back when they had theme songs on TV shows.
Well, I take it back. I'm sorry, Reba. I didn't mean to imply that you weren't as popular or anything, but I'll just leave it there. The whole point of the story was that I'm happy for you.
And to her fans.
And to all the Reba fans. Now, here's a question. Does Reba still do tours and things like that? She goes on concert tours?
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah, she was on tour with Brooks and Dunn a few years ago. My in-laws saw them in Vegas. And she was a regular cast member on Young Sheldon.
Reba was. Mm-hmm. Does
she just wrapped up a big tour in 2023.
When Brooks and Dunn and her go out on tour, do they co-headline or they co-headline?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're huge, too.
I need to learn about Reba. I don't know many Reba songs.
Yeah, well, Reba's last tour just played Madison Square Garden for the very first time in her life. Yeah, sold it out.
What's that gospel song that she sings that's really, really good? I can't think of. She has her own version of it. Fly High or Fly...
I'll Fly Away.
I'll Fly Away. I love her version of that song.
Yeah. I think you got some studying to do, Mr. Riggins.
I think Culver's is going to be thrilled that we spent the whole time talking about Reba McEntire. It's like, get going. Go. A lot of stories to cover today, but Reba,
like you trashed her.
Yes.
They're not gonna like that.
You ought not have trashed her.
Yeah. That's what's now trending.
Today is a special day, and Ace and I witnessed when this phenomenon hit U.S. America. We were little boys, but we witnessed it. I'll tell you what that is, and I have a question about if you were in the position of Taylor Swift right now, not as the singer and celebrity and all, but as a girlfriend. I have a question about that coming up next.
Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. Eastern. Live on the Ace and TJ Family app or download anytime wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ coming up.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
All guests of the Ace and TJ show stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful rooms, incredible dining options. Book your room by calling 980-299-7123. It's the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first-class cleaning with the Johnson Group. Attention Charlotte, treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh, seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tableandtwine.com.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities, and we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
On your phone, on your radio, in your car, on your iPad, on your computer. and on the Ace and TJ Family app. Anytime, anywhere, for your entertainment. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Oh, what a day to celebrate in U.S. America. For today is National Croissant Day. Today is National Croissant Day. And why is that important in U.S. America? And why is a patriot such as I singing the praises of some French pastry? It's because Burger King is selling their croissant breakfast sandwiches for a penny. You have to be part of their loyalty program, order through their website or their app, and, crack the code of a safe, then walk a tightrope, and then parachute off of the, like a base jump off of a skyscraper. And when you land, if you've got $1, then maybe they'll say you qualify for the breakfast sandwich. But this is one of the benefits of being old, because you remember historic things that go on in the country that changed everything. Before Burger King introduced the croissandwich, is what it was always called, the croissandwich, people in U.S. America in general didn't know what a croissant was or care about a croissant one way or the other. Because I remember I was a freshman in high school. It was 1983. And Burger King started putting these TV commercials on. And they had sausage and cheese and egg and the whole thing. But it was on a delicate little pastry. And that's what they called it, a croissantwich. Now, I was so very sad because my little hometown, we didn't have a Burger King. Oh. So I would see it on TV and know that I wasn't going to get one for a long time, because we didn't have a Burger King. The closest one was an hour away.
We had one. It was a regular stop for me every week. I love the croissant.
They're so good.
It is great.
So there were no, not everybody running to the store and buying crescent rolls for pigs in a blanket or any of that kind of stuff until Burger King brought it to the general public.
The Americans took it and said, let's put a weenie in it.
Yeah, let's put a sausage and a weenie and whatever.
Man, golly, pigs in a blanket.
I love a pig in a blanket.
Pig in a blanket with some mustard? Yeah. Oh, I just that's a day maker right there.
Miss Julia Child would have loved knowing that that's the favorite. That's the favorite way Americans eat croissants.
Yeah, as a croissant.
No, as a pig in a blanket.
Put a weenie in it.
Today we are making pigs in a blanket.
Pigs in a blanket are phenomenal. When I was a kid, my mom made my sister and me. She's like, "You need to learn how to do some stuff to survive." So once a week, when she was studying at her master's, I was responsible. My sister and I were responsible for cooking dinner. She's 5 years younger. I was responsible. I was like 10 years old, 11 years old. And that's the kind of stuff that I learned how to make, like pigs in a blanket. I had a little kid's cookbook. We made pigs in a blanket, or hot dogs, or grilled chease, or whatever.
So cute, a little kid's cookbook.
Yeah, it's like it's a cookbook for little kids.
Little redneck kids.
Today we're doing
Wednesday night is Little Smoky's night. Mama, we made the Velveeta Rotel dip. We put hamburger meat in it. We fancied it up with some hamburger meat.
That's really not far off.
That's funny.
Taste my secret ingredient. It's salt.
So, quickly, if you're looking at Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, or some Southerners say Kelce, when you see their relationship and you see what's coming up in 2 weeks, he's going back to the Super Bowl, and she's the reason that he's at the Super Bowl. What if all of a sudden she just stopped feeling it during these last 2 weeks, and she's like, in the future 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, and she goes, I just don't think that we should, continue this relationship. I don't think we're meant for each other and all that. How long after the Super Bowl should she wait to break up with him if you were going to break up? Or should she go ahead and do it I got to break up with him now because I'm about to go off to Japan, and I don't want any of this lingering, any of this stuff. So
you can't. You if you were to do it now, you're just evil. You're mean. But you're a nasty person if you do it now. You're going to Japan. Just go to Japan and enjoy life and relax a little bit.
So, I mean, should she just keep sleeping with him and the whole thing, pretending like nothing's wrong?
No, she's not going to be here.
She's not. No, I mean, in these two, she's going to Japan after. Say she's going after the Super Bowl. I mean, she doesn't want him that way anymore. She continues sharing herself with him just so he doesn't, freak out and not win the Super Bowl. I think Taylor needs to go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off. Is what I think.
I think if you were to break up with him now, that's just mean. So
put your life on hold and your feelings on hold, Ace. When he's just a boyfriend, he's not even her husband.
Yeah, I think so. In this scenario, 2 weeks. It's wait 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, drop the hammer. But today, I think there's a meanness to that's not necessary.
Sounds like a wrestling heel turn.
What do you think, Alex?
I think she should wait. That's messed up to do right before he's about to have this huge game.
Well, if it's not sports, would that make a difference? If it's not the biggest sporting event in the world,
but it was still the biggest thing in that person's career.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Wait.
I would say the same thing if she said in a week, I have sold out the Tokyo Dome 3 nights. This is the biggest thing that's ever happened to me, and all of my energy is focused into this for the next 2 weeks. I would tell him, "Hey, don't do that now. You got to wait a minute.
Right.
You got to wait to do. Don't do anything that would distract her from this. It's too important. It's too big.
Well,
like have a heart somewhere in this process."
It's tough because you don't want to keep someone prisoner if they don't want to be there.
Oh.
But he doesn't wouldn't know that.
And if he's not a mean person himself, he would want her to be set free. He wouldn't want to hold her back, Super Bowl week or not. Just something to think about. Talk amongst yourselves at work, and I'll figure out what Taylor should do.
That's a good question, though.
What should Taylor do? Yeah. Finally, Ace and I have gotten through to Alexis, and she has come to admit that yes, we are better than she is.
We have?
Yep. So we'll find out what that is next.
I'm excited.
Get Ace and TJ anytime, anywhere, at your convenience with the Ace and TJ Show podcast. Available wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ is next.
When it comes to your money and things like a cash out refi, you hear a lot of stuff these days. Information is flying around, but here's the bottom line. You want someone you can trust. Well, here is someone that we trust. Richard Ducato and the Richard Ducato Companies. We worked with Richard for years, and you know all the ins and outs, and more importantly, you give everybody options.
That's right. We have a lot of options. This one lady, we just refinanced her house, paid off all of her credit card debts. She even paid her car off. She's saving $1,000 a month. So that really changes her life and her financial well-being.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to make a house payment until 2024. So, I mean, there's not a better time to do it is when you need the extra money every month.
They call it cash out, is what we call it in the business.
Cash out.
Cash out.
That's right, cash out.
So it's one free 5-minute phone call right now, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or go to homewithrichard.com. Do it today. You'll be so glad you did. The Richard Ducato Companies. Should you buy? Should you sell? How do I present my house if I do want to sell it? All of those questions can be answered by the experts, and they can take care of you with the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. The Temple team knows everything there is to know about selling, marketing, and buying houses. So get in touch with them today at acetj.com/Temple team. The Temple team at Keller Williams Realty.
Bradham Brothers offers heating, air, and electrical installation and service that you can trust. Their family business has served thousands of customers with honesty and a smile for over 50 years. Go to BradhamBrothers.com to schedule service or a free estimate today. New year, new you. Kickstart your journey to a healthier lifestyle by joining the Gaston County Family YMCA today. Family-friendly fun, expert trainers, and a welcoming community await. Make 2024 your healthiest year yet. Visit GastonYMCA.org for more info.
If you're so frustrated because you're having to run around all the time, you're so busy, you feel like you're not getting your family something great to eat, then you need Culver's. It's the perfect thing for you. Always made to order, fresh, hot ingredients all day, every day.
And not only do they have the freshest ingredients all day, every day, but they are a part of the community. They're proud to be a part of the Indian Trail community where they're under new ownership. Belmont, University area, Salisbury. Make them a part of your daily routine. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Get details at acetj.com/Culvers.
Miss any part of today's show? Catch up anytime on the Ace and TJ Family app or wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
The year was 1984 when musical history was made. It was the year after the croissant was introduced to America by Burger King. It's a song called We Are the World. After the Grammys one night, all of these major top names and voices in the pop music and country music and all formats got together in a studio. I'm pretty sure it was Kenny Rogers' house where the studio was. No, it wasn't. Kenny Rogers was in it. Lionel Richie was one of the writers of the song. Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, and Quincy Jones was the producer. They said, we're going to get together right after the Grammys when everybody's here. Check your attitudes at the door. We're going to make this song, and we're going to raise money for starving children in Africa. And it ended up becoming one of the biggest songs in world history. So there's a documentary out about how they made this and some scenes from when they were making it, and basically they were documenting this history that was being made. It took them one night. They got it done. All these singers together. It was awesome. But now this documentary that's been released on the Netflix, I haven't seen it yet. I wanted to watch it already, but my wife said when I asked her if she was interested in watching it, she said, well, eventually. So I guess that means that I'm going to have to wait, to watch it. But Alexis watched it. And don't say too much about it for people who haven't seen it yet to, give too many details. But the one thing that she brought out of that, took out of it, was that the 80s were way better than now.
Okay, well, I don't know if I said way better than now, but I said that you guys had some things going on. I like the music from the 80s. My mom grew up in the 80s, so I always grew up listening to 80s music. And just watching all of these huge stars at the time who, if I was to see them in person, I probably wouldn't even know who they were, but I know their songs. Seeing them come together and like make this music, and they're all so talented and in their own ways, and their voice is so diverse. It was awesome. I loved it.
It's a cool story.
It's a great story. And, they remade that song 25 years later with a Mr. Jamie Foxx.
Right.
And I watched that version, and I was like, okay, well, now this one, I'll take the 80s version over the new version.
There's no comparison. Can you imagine the Grammys is coming up in a few weeks or in a week or whatever it is. Can you imagine the singers and performers of today being able to walk out of the Grammys into a studio with everybody else and pull off making a song like this without there being fights and, people storming out and your part was bigger than mine and plus it would just sound like crap.
I did see Lionel.
Terrible.
Did you see Lionel Richie in an interview recently about this documentary? Said that it wouldn't be as effective today because it's more difficult now to tell the singers apart because everybody sounds so similar.
Oh, he threw shots back.
Well, that's true.
He's not wrong.
He could also say it's because they're not as talented now as they were. And, there's just too much crap. And Alexis has admitted that. That we actually what she said was that we have always been right.
No.
Whenever we've said that the 80s was a much better time for America and the world. Because we are the world. Y'all ain't the world. We are the world.
We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving.
Now, all of that money got squandered and stolen by the dictators that it was sent over there to help. But that's a different story.
The intentions were pure.
Yeah. But yes.
You guys had some things popping.
Yeah, everything. Everything was popping especially our collars.
End of story.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, who's got the most valuable kind of feet? Are your feet the highest, do they have the highest earning potential of other feet? Well, there's finally been an official guide, and we'll give it to you coming up next.
Missed part of the show? Just download it. Get the Ace and TJ podcast on any platform. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime, thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/neogenics, Neogenics. Great food, great drinks, great service, and great atmosphere. You can find them all at one place. Fahrenheit on South Caldwell in Uptown Charlotte, 21 stories above the city. Get details and make reservations at acetj.com/Fahrenheit.
As a proven leader in managed IT services, CompuCom delivers innovative solutions designed for how you work today. They'll help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's all at CompuCom. Go to CompuCom.com to find out more.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
When you need furniture for your house, it can be overwhelming if you don't know what you're doing. That's why the great team of designers they have at Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture can help you throughout the process. Whether you're looking for a comfortable mattress, probably the most comfortable you've ever been on, bedroom furniture, living room furniture, it is all fantastic at Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, and that family-owned and operated business can help you like no other. Go to acetj.com/mattress to check them out. acetj.com/mattress for Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Available when you want, how you want, on the Ace and TJ family app. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Go get signed up for Ace TJ Prime and Ace TJ Prime Plus. All kinds of special things to go on there, and get the Ace and TJ family app. If you're listening to the old app, then you're missing out. Get the new one, the Ace and TJ family app. There is a lot of talk around in the world today about how you make quick money, fast money. And this has been going on for a while. Women selling pictures of their feet. And you'll hear every woman when it comes up, every woman say, well, they're making that much money, I'll sell pictures of my feet. Just like anybody could do it, you know. Well, it's just like everything else. I mean, there's a market for certain things. And nobody ever knew that until now, because the experts have weighed in, 10,000 experts. And I don't even want to know how you get to be a foot expert and you're not a podiatrist or something. But the most valuable type of feet that, gets you like $45,000 a year just for selling pictures of, or putting up pictures of your feet, are called peasant feet. And that's when your three first toes going from big down are the same length, and the fourth toe is shorter, and then the pinky toe is really short.
So so big toe and the next two are the same length.
Mm-hmm.
Then the fourth one a little shorter, but a tiny pinky toe.
Yeah, that's what the experts say is the most valuable. It will bring you the most money.
Okay.
And then the second biggest earner is when all five toes are the same length. I don't know that I've ever seen that.
I've never seen that.
Maybe on a missing link or something.
Do they?
And that's called the square. You got square feet.
Do people that go and look, do they even see what the person looks like?
No. A lot of cases, no, I don't think so.
All they see are the feet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they could be attached to somebody, beastly. It's just that weird. Now, this is an article out of the New York Post today. So, I mean, it's not like, I heard it in a bar somewhere, in a fetish bar.
It's just
Because
weird.
they don't open until after I've done gone to bed.
Wow.
I know. But I thought they were making more than $45,000 a year on these things.
It seems like a lot of money though, just to post some
Really?
pictures of your feet. I mean, if you just
Well, they also in the article go into how you can't just take a picture and upload it. You gotta add some pizzazz to it. You gotta flash it up.
And what do you mean? You got to flash it up?
Well, just like with any other type of thing, you gotta put the right setting,
Use
lighting,
props if you
all
need
that kind of
to.
stuff. Yeah.
Oil and stuff. Mashed potatoes, whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Smashing grapes.
Yeah. So there you go. That's you Google that if you want. If you want to study up on it, that's all the information I'm giving.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Everything you need to know about this year's Super Bowl coming up in Now Trending.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ Show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.